All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2, OTB Friday vibes all over this studio. Clayton says, I just got on. How does a laundress fireplace need to be plugged in? It's not electric.
Plug in your fireplace, guys.
I think somebody's messing with her. I think somebody just doesn't want to have maybe a fire in the rental. You have a chimney, obviously.
I don't think I do.
Oh,
What?
I think that's
so
why it's
confused with what you
non-functioning.
have.
It's not, but you said you would burn wood in it. So
If-
it's wood, the smoke's got to go up a chimney.
But that's what I'm saying. That I think that's why it's non-functioning. But like you were asking me, is it gas or is it wood burning? And there's no gas, so I would guess if I
If
had a
she used
chimney,
it,
it
yeah.
would be wood.
Did somebody
burning.
knock a hole in your wall and say it's a fireplace?
When you stick your head in it and look up, is there a hole?
No. I don't think y'all understand. Like I'm
don't.
literally just.
Can
a
we
girl.
get a picture of
Yeah,
this
later
weekend?
today.
I'll
can
send
we
y'all
get
a picture when I get home.
All right.
I may or
The
may not.
offer,
We
the
might-
offer still stands though. If you work on fireplaces and if you help Alondra out,
Or build
I'll hook you up
fireplaces,
during football
apparently.
season,
Yeah.
or build them, or create chimneys.
I might drive by.
If you
after
make a
work. I
chimney,
gotta
I'll
know what
get
this
you.
looks
I'll
like.
get you on the field pregame.
If you're a
I
chimney
don't
builder.
think I have a chimney.
I got to know what this looks like now.
I can't believe both of you turned down like the opportunity to maybe get some help. Because I'll tell you what, what do I need right now? Oh, the tiles on my driveway. Like whoever built our home, like we're the second owner, right? And in the driveway, they have these tiles. They're like, decorative, kind of like every 5 feet or so. Like you can't put tiles on a driveway. There's going to be massive cars that roll over said tiles, and they just keep cracking over and over again. So,
Yeah. Don't even get me started on driveway issues right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, see, that's what I was trying. If you work on driveways, hit your boys up. We'll shout you out, and we'll get you some exclusive
At some
stuff.
point, at some point, people who work on houses or sell materials to people who work on houses have to stop blaming COVID on high prices. Or, see, I said it back.
Right.
Stop blaming
That was
high prices
5
on
years
COVID.
ago.
It's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
There's no supply chain issues.
The concrete guy's getting you.
Oh,
Yeah.
everybody.
Eva, that is a perfect
Blacktop.
that is a perfect use of can't hide money. Well done, sir.
What?
He's doing it to me.
Tiles on the
your
driveway?
It's not like that, but it sounded like that.
No,
and I
it
get
sounds
it. It sounds
very
like that.
much like you
not
cannot
like
hide
shiny
money.
bathroom tiles.
Yeah.
I was
but
about to
just
say, my
like,
question was going to be, you could put tiles on your driveway?
It's
Like,
It
you got
is-
like paver situation?
It is a weird situation. It's almost like
I mean,
he saw the space and he didn't know what to do with his hands, and he just said tiles and put
Dude,
tiles
when you're
out
building
there.
a house out in Walker, they go gravel or non.
I don't even have a driveway.
Look, I'm trying to,
Well, that's because the Range Rovers took it over.
Right.
Gosh, the Range Rovers.
I'm trying to just get some rocks. How about some just gravel road? Well, I don't know, man. Gravel's expensive. COVID. What?
The shortage because of COVID.
What?
What are you trying
Just bust up some rocks.
So you're
dude.
just trying to get like a extended part of your driveway, but you just want like some pebbles so you can park something on.
something, but it's like, oh well, I got to get the stuff here.
I really need to see the bones of this home where there's apparently like a bathroom that's above a room that's not functional.
Yeah, there's some things.
Yeah, that
I
bathroom.
need to see that, too.
Y'all talking about my fireplace. I want to know about this bathroom.
It's a creepy bathroom.
Oh, it's haunted? Yeah,
No, it's not
haunted bathroom too.
Just like
creepy
just hasn't
bathroom.
hadn't been functional since we've lived there, and it's in the attic.
That's what you need.
That's
You need somebody to
right.
come. You need somebody to come bless your haunted bathroom. That's what
Yeah.
Matt needs help with.
Yeah, T-Bob blessed this bathroom every single day down the hall.
The-
Every
and
day.
it became haunted.
all the ghosts
All the
scattered from
demons
there.
he got out in there.
The amount of conversations he would have through that door while he was using the bathroom, remarkable.
Oh, dude, it'd be so funny because Cade's office, as y'all know, is right across from it. And I'd be walking down the hall. He'd be like, "Hey, Taylor, is T-Bob here?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And I hear T-Bob in the bathroom. "I'm here." I'm like, "Cool, man."
Oh, we would have clients. We would have clients that would be here for meetings, and I'd be like, "Hey, T-Bob's just using the restroom. Like, he'll be right out. We can get started, whatever." He'd be like, "1 second, hold on, I'll be right there." Like talking to clients through the bathroom or restroom. It's not a bathroom there. So All right. So we are doing
Tiles
the.
on your driveway.
Okay, they're not like they're cheap tiles. That's why they keep breaking. So I need a new solution. I gotta like lay some pavers or something. But every time I do like the mortars for bricks, like it dries too fast, right? And then you're like,
You need to stop DIY and everything. Your tiles are cracking.
well, I didn't put them there though. That's what I'm saying.
You've done brick and mortar, like you've done the mortar and put bricks down?
Dude, Katie has redone 9 houses.
Okay.
And after like the third one of
By hand?
Dude, after paying like the third one for her team she used to have in Shreveport, I was like, your boy's got to learn to do some stuff here. Because like we're making some good profit here, but the more I learn, the more we make.
Yeah.
And so I had to learn how to do a lot of stuff. You know, after the third time you get shocked, you're like, I'll get
So let me ask you this: I don't know what you did, like if it was like a wall or whatever it was with the brick, but how'd the first time with the brick mortaring go?
Not great.
Not great.
It dries quicker than you think. But it's just like
What,
anything.
you just
You
put a
like,
little bit more water in there.
the other thing, no, it's not. You would think.
Yeah.
It's not how it works.
Not that easy.
Just like plaster, you better hurry.
Have you ever put made a brick wall, like freestanding wall?
More like took the bricks out and replaced them.
Oh,
Like situation. Like we had a house.
That's wimpy stuff.
We had a house that was built in.
Build a wall,
And
dude.
if
Then talk
Katie's
to me.
listening, she'll correct me. I think it was like the 1920s. So there was some challenges when you redo a house that was built in the 20s. Great house, incredible house. When you start opening up those walls, you find some stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what kind of job around the house is underrated. It's like difficult to make look good. I'm gonna say this word, and y'all just relax because it's a real word. Not being gross. But I decided, like, on our last house, that I was going to improve the look of our house by caulking everything. And
Oh, T-Bob did this too.
With black.
T-Bob used black caulk on the outside of his home, and his neighbor's like, nah, T, we can't do that.
Well, I used white caulk. And
all right.
And it's amazing how it kind of just pulls everything together, makes everything look good. But it is hard to get like a good stripe on it. A nice clean stripe. And
It's hard to find good caulk.
Good caulk's hard to come by, yeah.
A good caulk job really brings a room together.
Did you use what's the as seen on TV one? Flex Seal? Is that the caulk that you used?
No, it's not the caulk that I used.
Oh, all right.
Use yours.
I was gonna make a cannot. Never mind. Oh yeah. That Flex Seal does plug a lot of holes. Did you ever see that? Like slap it on the barrel, stops the water leak.
The water immediately.
It's crazy.
Right where it's at.
How's Ross Jackson going to follow this segment?
But a good caulksman can make all the difference when he's doing a house.
I'm with you. I'm fully on board.
Oh, that Flex Seal. Oh man. There's okay. Hold on.
Alondra I'm with you.
Okay.
All right.
I totally agree.
Definitely brings everything together like you started this conversation with. This brings everything together.
That's good.
Yeah, they did make a boat out of Flex Seal.
Oh, they did.
So
yeah.
true. Totally.
Oh, it stayed dry. It was amazing.
There ain't just ain't no way.
Hey, did y'all see?
Oh my God.
What?
All right, hold on. I'll get us out of here. I'll get us out of here.
Get it together.
Hey, there was a football game on TV
Hold
last
on.
night.
I will get us out of here. We're doing what show is this? OTB Top 25. Number 25 was Boise State. Alondra's giving us 24 right here.
I'm very confident about
Right
it.
here?
Right here, right now.
Let's go.
The number 24 team
Stay ready.
on the OTB Top 25 is
Yeah, so I came in this morning and I was like, y'all, I don't feel great about this. Everywhere I look on the preseason top 25 rankings, because I was trying to do my research. I don't want to make like an uneducated pick here.
right? I mean, yeah.
And
you know ball.
I'm learning ball. Obviously, all three of y'all know way more ball than I do, but it's okay. We're going to get there. I was like, I don't know what to do. Everybody has Memphis for some reason, but I can't find a good reason as to why to put Memphis at number 24. So Tay helped me out here, and I think he has me convinced that I'm going to put Memphis at 24 along with the other places that I've seen. I told you I wanted to put Auburn at 25.
Right.
But for some reason, 24 is just a step too far for me. Like they would be like first one out kind of thing. So,
they're not getting a rose on opening night.
no, they're not getting a rose. No,
it.
you know who is? Ryan Silverfield.
Yeah,
He is in his
let's go.
6th season at Memphis.
Yeah.
And he has steadily improved every season that he's
Beat
been
Florida
there.
State last year.
Yeah. 9-3 as well. Has a 667 winning percentage in his time there. 42-21.
Let's go.
So my thing was, I don't know why I could put them here because they have like some questions at quarterback, but they have a transfer coming in from Nevada.
Yeah, Brendan Lewis.
Brendan Lewis, and Taylor says he has like a solid season last season. They have some returners on defense that will be productive as well. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put Memphis at number 24 for our OTB top 25.
Locked it in.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I think Tim McGraw said that.
He did.
They've got a lot of transfers coming in as well. They're going to have, I believe, 8 starters on defense from the transfer portal. On offense, they're going to have 7 starters from the transfer portal. But all of the guys that they brought in, so the 15 new starters they brought in, have all played wherever they're coming from. It's not a situation where a guy was a 5-star recruit somewhere and then turned out he wasn't a good player and ends up in Memphis. No, all the guys they brought in have actual stats, and they've been on the field before. Memphis is a good pick. They are going to be very competitive in the American.
The schedule is very favorable
and they
as well.
could be the group of 5 rep in the college football playoff. So that's a good pick. The only thing that you didn't do, because that was a great breakdown of Memphis, is I thought you were going to play Maybe It Was Memphis.
Oh, I should have.
Maybe it was Southern Summer. That's the only thing I thought.
Maybe
like,
it was
yeah.
Walking in
Maybe it was me.
Or Walking in Memphis would have been
Yeah.
great too.
Damn.
Great pick, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
The other day,
Elvis
we
has a
came
song,
back
Memphis,
from break.
Tennessee.
He does.
Yeah.
because like I got all cocky the other day, and I was like, "Oh, Jake, I'm ready to go right now." And then last second, I flipped. My 25 was going to be Memphis, and I flipped it last minute.
Okay.
Like, Memphis is going to be a good team this year.
I like it. I like where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Boise
We talked
State,
about
You know who else
Memphis.
Yeah, the schedule
easy.
is very favorable. Another one that I was kind of looking at, but I was like, I'm going to do Memphis, was we were talking about them yesterday, Louisville. Jeff Brom, or maybe it was the day before that. But, I mean, they lose Tyler Shuck, but Miller Moss from USC transferred over there. But
I'm going to have, if it comes to me and they hadn't been picked, I'm in the teens, I got Louisville high.
Okay.
They're gonna be
I got
good.
Louisville high.
Okay.
Gonna be good.
They got 2 stud running backs.
Let's do it.
2
To her
really
point
good
Can't be
about-
running
like giving
backs.
tips away. It's supposed to be secretive.
I didn't say where.
He said,
I said
if
in the
it
teens.
comes
and
back
it-
to him, and
I
they're
said in the
available.
teens, and if it falls to me.
Now it makes me want to
Well,
change
hell,
my pick.
the
just to
roulette
mess you
wheel
up
can
later.
hit 18 sometimes. Sometimes it can hit 15. Sometimes it might hit 4. Basically spinning the roulette wheel.
Okay, it's double
To her
zeros.
point about
Ugh.
Memphis, though, like Ryan
You better put it on
Silverfield,
the 2-0-0-0.
Ryan Silverfield, 10-3 last year, 11-2. Like dude's rolling.
Yeah, he's
He's
a good coach. It's a
rolling.
good
What a great
program.
name.
Yeah.
Silverfield.
Are we going to do 23 here with
He's Rick
Flynn?
Springfield's cousin.
We're going to
We'll come
take a
back.
break. We're going to go to Ross, and then we'll make Flynn sweat and think about it because
Already
he's
got
not going to
this,
beat
dude.
that Alondra
This one's so
breakdown.
easy.
Tay did a great job. No way Flynn does a great job. But Ross will do a great job, and he'll join us when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GCOPnet.com, Gulf Coast Office Products. They are the leader in Louisiana with 4 locations in Louisiana. So, like, if you've got a big business, if it's at a university, if it's at a hospital, a law firm, right, and you're always printing, right, and you got multiple printers set up, well, they're going to make sure they're all working together. And the best part about it, right, if you've got locations throughout the state, it could be 2 locations, 10 locations, like whatever, you're going to get one bill, right? You're going to get one bill. Everything is put together. And then if you have a problem, you're going to hear one voice. You're not going to get transferred like 17 different times. It is one voice, and that one voice is going to fix whatever issue you have. Go to GCOPnet.com.
Yeah, the undisputed leader in Louisiana for copiers and printers. And they are a Louisiana company. They ship all over the country, but they are all about Louisiana. They take pride in being here and being the #1 distributor in Louisiana. So give them a call, see how they can help your office. GOPnet.com.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. Churning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
And secretly stern as they speed through the finish. The flags go down, the fans get up, and they get out of town. The arena is empty, except for one man still driving and striving as fast as he can. The sun has gone down and the moon has come up, and long ago somebody left with the cup, but he's driving.
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. We're going to be joined now by our guy Ross Jackson, Locked On Saints, LouisianaSports.net, always putting out banger after banger there on the website. Truly breaks it down like nobody else. Ross, what's going on, brother? How we doing?
Hey, buddy, I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me on. Y'all appreciate it.
It's great to see you the other day. It was so cold down there in Metairie. Just, great weather.
So freezing.
Oh, man, it was fun to be out there. I haven't been to an NFL training camp in a long time. And the Saints camp is obviously intriguing as well because of so many position battles. There's guys that are switching positions like a Trevor Penning, and you're trying to figure out how it's all going to play out. But the day that I was at camp, like Jake Haener was running with the ones. Like he was the QB1 that day. And it was the second time in camp that he's had that opportunity. And, a lot of people start to talk, okay, well, at some point you got to get this thing from 3 to 2 and then obviously from 2 to 1. Like, when do you think that is going to happen? Because if you're giving Jake Haener QB1 reps, unless you truly think he can win the job, it's a wasted day in training camp, and you can't waste days in training camp. And so what do you think that timeline looks like, Ross?
Yeah, look, I think the timeline of getting down to 2 is probably something that, I don't know. Honestly, it's something that maybe goes into that Chargers game, which could be a little late, right? You would like to get this down to 2 and then start getting these guys in rhythm and getting them opportunities with the team that they're going to be playing with and all those pieces. But I don't know that Tyler Shuck has done enough to close Jake Haener out, and I think that Jake Haener has done enough to stay in, and so I think that that's got to be the thing that we look at here. But I would say that probably that Chargers game is when you're going to see maybe this team start to call that quarterback battle a little bit, and that could be also leading into the Chargers game, like that week right before leading into the Chargers game, to where you're starting some game preparation, right?
Yeah.
And you're trying to get these guys a little bit ready for the game. You're not doing – I know that in those first preseason games, it's not like you're doing a ton of like trying to match up to the other opponent and everything, but you are trying to get your guys ready to go out there and play football for the first time and get hit full speed by a guy that's not wearing your uniform for the first time since January, or February at the latest. And so I think that's probably the timeline is kind of operating around maybe game prep for that Chargers game. But I'll be curious to see if in that moment, is Kellen Moore willing to go down to 2, or is he going to keep it at 3 at that point and then maybe shift it to after that Chargers game? But I think everything kind of revolves around that first preseason exhibition matchup.
Yeah, Ross, we talk about, I'm curious as the actual reps. Now, we know that they're switching off every single day, a different quarterback with the ones, but from an actual rep standpoint, that's what I'm curious about, because there's lots of different ways. Like, I don't envy a coach ever doing like a 3-person competition because the logistics involved are challenging. So, like, when Rattler runs with the ones, like usually on a practice, you can't run 3 groups. You're running 2 groups. Is he getting double the reps of everybody else because the other 2 are splitting reps with the 2s? Like, how does the actual number and volume of reps work in a practice with when they switch off like that?
Yeah, that's great. I think part of this is going to be, when I answer this question, I want to make sure that it's known that a lot of this is the way that Kellen Moore runs practices are so efficient. And so right now, going into sort of the way that things are through the past, 8 practices, not including the walkthrough and not including 7-on-7s, we've seen Spencer Rattler with 136-ish reps. Let's call it around 130 reps, while Tyler Shuck is sitting at around 110 and Jake Haener is around 110. And so these guys, those are just kind of rough numbers, but these guys are getting a lot of team reps and they're getting the opportunities to go out there, even though they're still running 3 teams deep. And a lot of the way that Kellen will get this done sometimes is, especially when they're outdoors, which they've spent most of their time outdoors, outside of that one walkthrough and then yesterday's practice, they will focus on having, they'll cycle through and maybe do like a down and distance incremental drive kind of, walkthrough, or not walkthrough rather, but team drill. And they'll run that on one field with the first team, and whoever's running with whoever the quarterback is running with the first team there, and simultaneously run that same thing with the other team, a second team or a third team, with the quarterback that's running with that team on the field next to it. So they take advantage of these parallel fields in the outdoors to make sure that everybody gets those reps. And then after practice, they also do developmental reps, which isn't really with a team. It's just kind of all of the young guys. So all the veterans go in and start to kind of transition into the next part of the process of their day, while, whoever is that QB3 for that day will go out there and continue to rep with those developmental drills as well. We don't have counts for those because they tend to do those either inside or away or whatever that might be. But, they're making sure that they're getting these quarterbacks a lot of reps, and there's not a huge disparity between any of them. Rattler has gotten the most, but Rattler's also seen the most sort of call it sequences or series as well, as opposed to just the scripted series. And so some of that's within his own control, because if he can stay on the field for a drive, he can stay on the field for a drive, right? And so I think that would be the other kind of separating factor there. But it feels like they're getting the reps in, and these guys are getting a lot of work. They're just doing it in creative ways because of how Kellen Moore kind of efficiently builds out this process.
So, Ross, you've been doing this a long time. You know as well as we do that organically the team's going to kind of just pick the starter almost for you, and the team's going to show you before the coach even has to get on the podium and announce who the starter is going to be. And I don't want to put any thoughts into your brain. I want to get your own thoughts, but I'll just tell you from my perspective, like being at camp and kind of seeing how the guys interacted with the quarterbacks and seeing which quarterback looked comfortable compared to robotic. I thought Spencer Rattler looks like a guy that, maybe is starting to get into that conversation of the team is kind of almost making him the guy. He had like a little nice RPO run, and you saw like 6 or 7 offensive guys kind of run with him down the sideline and go celebrate with him the other day. Like, is that kind of how you see it right now, is maybe you start to see Spencer kind of get the ear of the team a little bit? And I know he was here last year and Tyler Shuck wasn't, but it just feels like almost organically that's starting to happen.
Yeah, I think I would say I would agree with that. I mean, I think that both his performance on the field has certainly separated him and kind of put him at what I would call the, kind of pole position, right? The guy right in the lead of that pecking order. And then the other thing that I think stands out to me is just like you said, the way that the team kind of rallies around him and the way that they operate with him in the huddle. They get in and out of the huddle quickly. They don't have a lot of rehuddles. They, get to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. He rushes everybody around like he's a good commanding voice, and people respond to him. And I think that those are just as much signifiers sometimes as, the passing stats in training camp or whatever that might be, as fun as those are. I think in some cases, a lot of what tells you whether or not a guy is the starter or is a starter or is leading a competition or whatever is just simply how the other players respond to him. And I think that you're seeing kind of a commanding presence from Spencer Rattler. And I think the team is kind of telling you that too. Yeah. I feel pretty comfortable saying this because if they were to turn around and do it, it would be 9 practices in. So I don't think it would change anything. But Spencer Rattler is the only one of these 3 quarterbacks that's never seen a third-team rep for this, throughout training camp. And we just talked about the number of reps that these guys have seen. He's never taken a third-team rep. He's only ever been first or second team. So now when we go there tomorrow and they inevitably give him third-team reps, I'm going to look like an idiot. But
but Ross, to your point,
9 practices in.
No, yeah, and Ross, to your point, I caught up with him and we interviewed him on NFL radio like after that practice, and we were kind of talking the same things, and he mentioned that. Like, he said that himself. He's like, I haven't taken third-team reps. I've only been with the first or second team, so he notices it as well.
Yeah. I think that speaks to him, and I'm sure that's part of the confidence that he shows when he's out on the field, right? I mean, if you are the guy that started 6 games, appeared in 7 games in your rookie season, and then you come in and you're kind of considered the front runner for this battle, and then you get relegated kind of the third-team reps, like that's going to feel a type of way, right? Yep. That's going to communicate something, and that has not been communicated, which means effectively, whether you intend to or not as an organization, you are then communicating the opposite thing. And I think that's good for Spencer Rattler, because that shows a little bit of confidence from the organization and where they believe, not just where his ceiling is, but a little bit of where his floor is too, right? The way that they kind of see him in that area too, to where it's like, we're not putting you below those second team reps. Yeah. And I think that's something that communicates a sense of confidence to him.
All right, this might surprise everybody. I'm going to direct this conversation away from the quarterbacks real fast. I want to get a little nitty gritty right now. So when you got a new head coach coming in, you got to be careful. I feel like sometimes with these ex-quarterbacks, these offensive-minded guys, especially young coaches, that like you don't make a team soft, right? You want them to hit. The training camp's about callousing the body, the mind, the brain for season. Like I want to know, have the Saints run any live drills, live tackling, live hitting? I mean, are we getting some pads popping out there? How physical has this training camp been up to this point?
Yeah, I would say Thursday was pretty physical. I would say Wednesday was pretty physical as well. I mean, you've seen that, right? The Saints had been injury-free through the first 5 days of camp, and they had one hamstring tweak, and then they got out there for the second day and padded practices, and all of a sudden, there's a few bumps and bruises and things like that. So you can definitely feel the physicality kind of ramp up. As for going live and things like that, I will say, Kellen Moore was asked about that, and he did kind of indicate that he's interested in doing that they've got to get out there and they've got to be able to provide these players the opportunity to experience that before they get into exhibition games and what I wowould call a less controlled environment, right? You could be a little bit more controlled in practice than you're ever going to be in an exhibition game where you have, you got the undrafted free agent guys that are out there on other teams that are vying to, put something good on tape and be out there and they're taking risks and going out there and get that's hard to control that. And so you have a more controlled environment within your own practices. And so I would not be surprised to see them do it. And like I said, he's already sort of indicated, Kellen Moore has, that there's an interest in getting that in. So I would expect that to be something that maybe happens as we get closer to the Chargers game, but with enough time to recover before the Chargers game. So maybe, they have their next two practices are going to be their longest practices of their Metairie stint. And so maybe that's an opportunity where they're looking at maybe scrimmaging a little bit or something like that.
Catching up with the guy, Ross Jackson, talking a little New Orleans Saints here on OTB. Let's go to the other side of the football. And when I was catching up with Mickey Loomis, I asked him about Tyron and how maybe surprising that was for him that he retired. And Mickey said it was surprising but not shocking. He's like, did we have a plan in place? Not like a concrete plan per se, but they went out and they got Julian Blackmon. He's a free agent. And I'm like, I don't know how impactful a guy can be. He certainly had moments in the NFL, but like he's on the street right now. I'll tell you what, the practice that I went to when they were doing like one-on-ones with the tight ends, like he looked really good. Like he made he made like 4 plays the day I was at practice. And so like I realized he was technically on the streets. He wasn't with a team. But when you don't really have a plan because you get surprised by one of your leaders retiring, like so far it looks like you've actually filled it in pretty nicely.
Yeah, I mean, for a team that had to pivot kind of late, right, they sure look prepared. And I think that some of that comes with some of what they had in the building, too. I mean, going out and getting Justin Reed, that effectively allows you to be able to fill the Tyrann Mathieu communicative quarterback of the defense role with Justin Reed. And then really what you're trying to fill is that spot next to what used to be Tyrann Mathieu's spot. And so that kind of alleviates things a little bit. So the front work kind of helps them out a little bit. And then you come in with some pretty good options, guys like Jordan Howden that have been on this team for a little while now, a guy like Jonas Sanker, who they invested in this year's draft, who has the ability to play safety, slot, corner. Like you can kind of move, play down in the box, like you can move him around all these other places. But then you land a guy like Julian Blackmon, who's got 10 interceptions over his career, but 7 of them in his last 2 seasons. So uniquely sort of recently impactful, not 2-3 years ago impactful. And so I think that kind of puts you in a really good space to where you were able to kind of shift maybe a little bit of what the responsibility was going to be for Justin Reed, and then go out there and find your guy that's going to be able to play further away from the football. And I've been massively impressed with how quickly Julian Blackmon has come in and kind of commanded that role, right? Like that's a guy that, signed and really got in on the second day of practice and then kind of worked his way up to getting the first team drills during the walkthrough by Tuesday of this past week. And then now he's got what feels like a pretty tight hold on that starting role next to Justin Reed. So I'm sure that there'll be some more rotation there, but he's been really impressive and really impactful. And I think that him being a part of that Utah defense, which Brandon Staley loves from back in that era of Utah defense, and the communication, the intelligence, like all the things that he brings to the field that works really well next to an NFL chess champion like Justin Reed. I think it's going to be pretty tough to be one of those other guys vying for a role to knock him out of that spot, because so far he's held that down pretty well.
Ross, before we let you go, every single training camp across the country, all 32 teams, every team I've ever been on, every team Flynn was ever on, there was a darling of training camp. Last year for the Saints, it was Mason Tipton. T-Bob talked about him every single day. He waxed poetic about him. Who is the darling of training camp for the New Orleans Saints so far?
Man, it might be Mason Tipton again. I'm not going to lie to you. And I think after one point, like, you got to look at it and kind of go, all right, one time it happened, second time's a coincidence, but could it be a habit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got to give Mason Tipton his
All right.
props. I mean, he's been excellent. I actually have a story dropping today over at LouisianaSports.net that's about kind of tracking receiving touchdowns in team drills only, so taking out 7-on-7. And look, Tipton's up there, and he's the guy that has chemistry with all these quarterbacks, and in particular has a lot of chemistry with Spencer Rattler. So if you're tracking the quarterback battle, you're looking at the guys that have chemistry with that quarterback too, and Mason Tipton's certainly high on that list.
All right, Mason Tipton. Just we can't
Doing it
escape
again.
him. Even though T-Bob's in Chicago, he's still thriving down in New Orleans. Ross, you're the man.
I can hear him from here.
You're the man. We appreciate it again. Ross has an article dropping later, but he's already got so many great ones on LouisianaSports.net. Ross, we look forward to the next conversation, my man.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you so much for having me on. Y'all take care, stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.
My man, Mason Tipton, just out here thriving again. Out here thriving. Every training camp has, though, a camp darling.
Were you ever one?
No.
You were too highly drafted.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yep.
Like, typically it's an undrafted free agent. I'm trying to think. C.J. Anderson, running back, Broncos. Man, he made one run in training camp, undrafted free agent guy, and we drafted Monty Ball in the second round. But it didn't matter. Like, whatever CJ did, the crowd was popping. The coaches were, dapping each other up. We had
One of the best examples is, was it the first season of Hard Knocks where it was Danny Amendola? It was
with the
our rookie
Cowboys?
year in 2008.
Yeah.
He was like the first, people got the inside look. Oh, it's like an undrafted, this is just like you're talking about, the darling of training camp.
How did he do with the Cowboys?
Oh,
He didn't do anything. Jerry
they
freaking
released
cut him.
He knew you somehow. Danny did.
Yeah.
Because I remember we went to every rookie class used to go to the Hall of Fame, used to go to Canton. We went with the Cowboys. And I remember him being like, yeah, Matt Flynn, man, that's I love Flynn. That's my guy. I'm like,
One of my buddies, receiver in high school, went to Texas Tech and was good buddies with him. And we just kind of, Texas, you get it.
No, I don't. Alondra gets it.
you
I get it.
Alondra gets it. I don't get it. That's a good choice by the Cowboys there.
Ross did have. I saw this the other day. That's why when you asked it, I was like, I know he's going to say Mason Tipton. He had an article about it on LouisianaSports.net yesterday.
Yeah.
So I had read about it yesterday, and how do you get that to translate into the regular season? It's crazy because it was last year and it's this year again that he's the camp darling, quote unquote. And it's okay, like you said earlier, one is something, two might be a little trend here.
Yeah, for sure. But training camp and
loves
preseason
training camp.
games are different
Yeah,
than
he just
when you
loves
got live
training camp.
bullets. When you got
No,
live
for
bullets-
sure. No, of course.
No, I know,
it's-
but to your point,
yeah,
you got to find a way to make that work on the field during the 17 games.
right.
I'll
And-
defend him a little bit though. Look at the situation he was in with the coaching staff last year too.
He got injured. Remember, he shined and then he got injured in camp. So you miss and he was a rookie. So coming from Yale, I think. So you're missing valuable reps. So, the deck was stacked against him.
And then
a
I
bit,
also
too.
trust Kellen a lot more to at least put him in a position to succeed.
Speaking of, can we, are there any new Carr brother videos that have dropped recently?
Yep.
We'll
There's a
check.
ton.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
we'll
hour
check.
3.
We can't play them.
Oh, thank God.
Why?
Because that computer's
The computer's
broken.
messed up.
You
This
think
is the
y'all,
video
hey, y'all
computer.
think the computer's going to be fixed
By AFR, yes.
by
100%.
I was just going to say 3. Yeah, it's going to be fixed by then, right?
Oh, of course.
Man, That'd be nice to play videos of training camp and cool stuff.
Can't do it. Sorry.
No.
We can act them out.
No, I
Matt,
can't.
play
I'll
them
pull
on
a
your phone
hamstring
and
at
hold
this
your
point.
phone
Yeah, I
next
can
to
just
the
do
mic.
this. Hello.
Oh, you can zoom in. Can you zoom? Oh, you can zoom. Oh, play
I
it.
can
I'm
use
just
the
playing on my
cameras.
phone. My shaking hand.
All right. When we come back, Matthew Clayton Flynn is going to give you the number 23 team in the OTB Top 25, and we'll do it right here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. That is the website for Central Plumbing. And they're not only in Central, though. Sure, they can help you in Central, but the entire greater Baton Rouge area, we are talking to you. Now, we give you the 24/7, 365 weekend holiday number. That is 225-925-8552, but it is not only in emergencies. If you're looking to remodel at your home, at your business, they can help you there. It can be something as easy as a new vanity, but maybe you want a complete makeover. Maybe you want a new shower. Maybe you want a new vanity, new tile floors, new toilet, new everything. They can do that. Like, it does not matter. They are there for you. Centralplumbing.org.
Yeah, everything that you could possibly think you need, what big, small, whatever it is, whether maybe your toilet's running in your house, or maybe you need to deck out a complete factory with new water, new gas, new everything. They can handle it. Anything you want. Centralplumbing.org.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming on.
I'm not talking till it drops.
It's coming on. It's coming on.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now, time for me is nothing because I'm counting no A's.
All right, now I can talk. Welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, the number 23 team in the OTB Top 25, Mr. Matthew Clayton Flynn.
And we are starting with some absolute bangers on this top 25. We got Boise State at 25. We got Memphis at 24.
In a recap, look at this. Pro.
And coming in at number 23 on the OTB Preseason Top 25 is the boys from Waco, Texas.
Chip and Joanna?
Chip and Joanna Gaines,
Ship
home
lap.
of Dave Koresh. The fighting Baylor Bears.
Oh.
Sitcom.
Oh, you didn't. You went full Kool-Aid drinkers.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. Yeah. Home of Chip and Joanne and Dave Koresh and Dave Aranda. The Baylor Bears.
And Alvin
Sick 'em.
Flynn.
That good old Baylor line. We're going with them at number 23. Now, we were talking about potentially putting Auburn somewhere at the top. I was like, no. We can't do that. Because on week 1 of the college football season,
That's
the
right.
Baylor Bears host the Auburn Tigers. War
right.
Eagle. And they will beat them. Baylor will win the first game of the season, which will set them up for a great season. Now, they do have one of the toughest schedules in the Big 12 this year,
Yeah.
but that's okay. They
All right.
finished their season with 6 straight wins in the season last year. Of course, they played LSU very well in the Texas Bowl.
We caught that L, though.
Yeah,
The
Gary
Flint
Nussmeier
house
went
was
off.
divided.
The Flint house was divided. But we're going with the Baylor Bears at number 23. They are bringing back their quarterback. What's that guy's name?
Sawyer.
Yep, I knew
Robinson.
that. Their offensive coordinator is coming into his second year, so I would expect them to be better. But they averaged, I think, 440 yards, like 33 points in the back half of their season last
like
year.
that.
Their offense is going to be very good. 6th year, if we can just get Dave Aranda to stop talking about the Wolf of Wall Street, we're going to be all right.
Who's that?
Say
Unnecessary. Huh?
we?
Just the proverbial we.
Okay.
Yeah. I grew up a Baylor fan. They're probably
Well,
my
I'm just
second
saying
favorite
because
college.
whenever I say anything about Texas
Yep.
or UT, I get crap for it. So
Well, my dad was a quarterback there.
shout out
All my
Alvin.
family, we're Baylor people. I grew up in the old Floyd Casey Stadium. RIP to that stadium. Grew up there tailgating.
Was it not McLean or something like that? Or
No,
was
it's
it?
McLean. Yeah, beautiful little stadium. But yeah, we're gonna go with the Baylor Bears at number 23. It ain't no guess; it's what it's gonna be. As a
Good pick.
rhyme. You like that?
Good pick.
That was kind of
hate
little.
it.
That was kind of a little freestyle right there.
Like it.
At number 3, it ain't no guess. That's what it's gonna be.
Sawyer Robertson, a lot better last year than people think.
He's really
Yeah,
good.
he's really good. They
28 touchdowns, 8 picks. Like, I mean, he was awesome.
He is also named to the Maxwell and Warfel Award preseason watch
Danny?
list. Yep.
Danny Warfel?
Danny.
Let me down. It's actually a
Ooh.
really good pick. I like that. I think their schedule's pretty tough out of the gates.
It is.
But I like what they have coming back.
Auburn week 1, SMU week 2. Then they then play Arizona State week 4.
Yeah, who got picked to be the leader in the clubhouse in the Big 12, the unofficial media poll.
It's
'cause
okay. I think they're going to win a
don't do
few
an
of them.
official
They'll
one.
lose a few, though, but they're going to end the season at exactly 23.
Oh, man. People asking if I had a stroke.
Why?
I don't know.
What'd you do? I mean, you can't. Sometimes
I don't
you
know. And then Brennan says he doesn't even know what he did. CTE. Oh, man. What'd I do? I pass out again.
I'm trying to think of what you would have done.
I don't know.
Maybe because we brought up Dave Koresh.
No.
Did you ever watch that series, miniseries
I did.
about the event?
I did.
I remember that event happening when I was a young lad in Tyler, Texas. Some scary stuff.
Yeah, now I'm nervous that the CTE's kicked in so much that I'm just having episodes up here and don't even know it. And the worst part is you're probably so CTE filled as well. You didn't notice it.
No, I black out all the time, and I don't have CTE. I never had a diagnosed concussion.
What? Never?
Probably a few undiagnosed.
Well, yeah. Who among us? All right, that's your number 23 team. I think we're off to a good start. I think we're off to a great start. Our first Power 4 team.
I know. Look at us.
Well, Boise State, Memphis,
us.
and the Baylor Bears. All right.
Sick 'em.
We'll take a break. Close out hour number 2 of CTE OTB when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
Really don't know what you did.
I don't either. Gosh, maybe I just need to go grab a Dos Equis. Maybe I need to go for Dos. No matter what the situation is, it's a good time to go for Dos. Heading into the weekend, probably for a lot of us, the last weekend before school gets started back. So, it's kind of it. It's kind of that last one. Go kick your feet up, lay by the pool, go to the lake, hang out, go to the golf course, whatever. Great situation, great time. Never a bad time to go for Dos.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a 6-pack type of weekend. Sometimes a 12. Sometimes it's a full case type of weekend. You don't know. But always be prepared. Go when you're shopping, when you're at your local market, wherever it is, and you're like, feeling like a couple of cold pops, make sure you make it a Dos Equis. Go for Dos, that cold, delicious, golden Mexican lager. There is absolutely nothing better. So delete some beers, drink responsibly. Dos Equis.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, so we figured it out. I did not have a stroke, and I'm a little surprised by the people that didn't know the reference. Abo, shout out to you. It's the sorority girl video where they're like saying what college you're going to go to, right? And they start talking, but there's not real words. And one of them was Baylor with the Sikkim, so she gets up there and then I'm going Baylor Sikkim.
Taylor, play the video.
I can't
do
play
it.
the video.
That's a sick joke, Mr. Flynn. That's a sick
Yeah, I
joke.
bet if Matt wants to play the video at 3:00, he can do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked by that.
Also, like, that's on Daniel. We've played that video, I think, 3 times.
Yeah, we're gonna play it 4 though.
Great video.
If we could play videos,
I feel shocked.
it's my favorite video. It's like whatever the Abilene Christian one is, I forget, but like that's my favorite one. She has the Abilene Christian shirt. Whatever they're saying is because I didn't know what it was. I was expecting the Baylor Sikkim.
And gig 'em.
What's the Scratch 'em Cats? Which one's that?
That might be
that's
it.
it.
That might be
I think it's
it.
that one.
Can't, can't.
Whichever school that is, that's the
Best
one.
one.
I like.
Oh, it's so good. Let's play video.
We can do it.
Been on there for
Oh, great.
2 hours. Could have gotten it fixed.
2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours of the show, no
Let's do
video.
it mid-segment instead.
Yeah, we don't even have our little TVs up there. So like if we don't have our little TVs up here, are we even on 11:30 a.m. the Tiger? Are we even on 94.7 ESPN Alexandria? Who knows?
Where are we?
I don't even know. We don't even have our
I think
ESPN.
sometimes we forget
Baton Rouge
people are
logo
actually
up there.
listening. That's on us.
No, that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. They're hanging out with us. We're one and the same.
3 hours does go by fast on this show. Like we usually get done with the show. We're like, oh, we forgot to bring up this. Oh, we forgot to bring up that.
Well,
We
we do have a document that you just learned that you have to open every day.
I kind of forgot to open it today. Hey, let's come back next hour and talk preseason football. What do you think?
Go Bolts! 1-0, baby.
Let's go 1-0.
Off the bench.
Can't win them all if you don't win the first.
It's the most factual thing you've ever said. Go to yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness is the clinic. The website, again, yourgoodwood.com, and you can find a full list of services they can help you out with. You can find pricing options right there as well. But we say it every day because we want you to know they're going to be able to help you. But they can't help you if you don't reach out, if you don't book that consultation. You should not live life with fear or embarrassment because there is a solution to your problem, and that solution is at yourgoodwood.com.
Yeah, take back control of your body, your libido, whatever it is. They can help you. Men, we have these bodies and they age. Things happen. Stuff stops working like it used to. They can fix it. Go see them today. Get a consultation. Go see them. See their services, their pricing, everything. Yourgoodwood.com.